Hello VC, Jeff here again with you. There are a lot of contests going on in the VC right now. Mine just wrapped up last week, and I finally got in touch with Brandon. I got him his prize, so I can't wait to see what you're going to buy with that, Brandon. Okay. In the meantime, there are like 3 or 4 other contests going that I really want to get into. So that's what this video is going to be. I'm going to be doing a contest entry. Rob Walker is one of the newer members of the VC. Actually, the full title of his channel is Rob Walker Let the Music Play. And he just hit the 100 subscriber mark. Actually, as of I think yesterday or Saturday, it was up to 140. So his channel is growing by leaps and bounds, which is good because I've really enjoyed his channel. So if you haven't heard of him or haven't subscribed yet to Rob's channel, I will put a link down below for you to get there, or at least to the contest video if you want to enter. And you can check out his channel. So he's got very similar musical taste to mine, so of course I'm going to say he's got great musical taste. And he shows a lot of good stuff. And he's enjoyable to watch. So please do yourself a favor and check him out. All right, the theme of this contest is very simple, which always is going to work for me because I love simplicity. Basically, all you have to do is show 5 albums that you've never shown before on the VC. So, for me, I kind of went in a slightly different direction, and you'll see. But I think it'll still work for your contest, Rob. In the last month, I would say, I've gotten many new albums that haven't been shown yet. But to me, that seemed like it would be too easy to just say, oh, I got this, and here they are. Haven't listened to them yet, but, you know, it just seemed like a cop-out. So I kind of dug through my collection, and just going off my faulty memory, I was kind of having a hard time coming up with records that I haven't shown. And so that moved me over to my satellite shelves, I guess you'd call them, where all my box sets live. And I don't think I've shown all of the box sets that I own. So I'm going to do one better than just an album. I'm going to show 5 box sets that I've got that, as far as I know, I haven't shown on the VC. Of course, I haven't gone back and looked through all my videos because there's just too damn many of them to double check, but I'm pretty sure I haven't shown any of these. 2, 3. I've actually got 6. So I'm hoping that's going to work for your contest. I think it will. I hope it does. If not, let me know and I'll do something else. But in any case, this is going to be a heavy lifting video for me. Pink Floyd's Pulse got re-released last year or in 2017. I can't remember. And Pulse is a 4-album live set, obviously by Pink Floyd. This was released originally in what? The early 90s, I want to say. Here's the back cover. But this was on my want list for a very long time. And I had several eBay auctions trying to win original copies, even though they were highly overpriced. I probably would have paid it had I won, but I didn't even get that close. So when it was announced that this is getting reissued, along with all the other Pink Floyd albums that got reissued a year or 2 ago, I just waited it out until it got released. So I don't think I showed this album, this set, but if you're a Pink Floyd fan, you know, every album sleeve has, you know, artwork on it, custom labels. You know, I'm not going to pull everything out to show you, but this is a fantastic set, and it's definitely something that any hardcore Pink Floyd fan would love to have. So, and I don't think I've shown this before. So, Pink Floyd's Pulse. I know the CD version had the light that would blink. I think my wife had the CD version, but I don't think it had the light. But in any case, I've got the vinyl version now, so that's makes me happy. And of course, you guys know what a big Chicago fan I am. This is, it's Chicago at Carnegie Hall. But I guess if you were to put a number on it, this would be Chicago 4. So this was also a 4-disc live set. You know, each sleeve has the custom Chicago logo on it, and it's got the song titles in them. I don't have these in sleeves, but it also comes with, this one has the book, and it's got the posters. There's like 2 or 3 giant posters in here, and it's got, which I'm not going to pull all these out and show them to you, because they're enormous. Chicago really knew how to do the packaging on their albums back in the day, because they all came with giant posters and extra goodies with them. But for a live album, I mean, this is, you know, Chicago in their prime. The original lineup, you know, playing their classic hits from, like, you know, their first 3 albums. So I don't think I've ever shown this one before. I think I've shown every other Chicago album that I've got, but I don't think I've ever shown this one. Chicago 4, live at Carnegie Hall. Okay, interesting story with this one. This is Eric Clapton's Crossroads box set. And this is, here's the back cover. And this is also, it's a 6-record set. And it comes with a book with all kinds of articles on it. A song listing and credit sheet. And then, of course, all of the records. So this came out in 1988 originally, so it covers his career pretty much up to that point. So, you know, you've got everything from the Yardbirds, through Cream, through Blind Faith, through his solo work, up to about 88. And in fact, I think the new song that he put on here was an updated re-recording of After Midnight, which, it's okay. I prefer the original, but it was okay. Interesting thing about this, I won this on an eBay auction by a penny. I outbid the last shark that tried getting this by a penny. And that's how I won this set. So I don't recall ever showing this before, because I really don't show box sets all that often on my videos, because A, they're expensive, and B, I just don't have that very many of them. So, but this is a good set if you're a fan of Eric Clapton, for sure. And of course, this picture was drawn by Ronnie Wood, so definitely worth having in anyone's collection, even if you're a casual fan of Eric Clapton. Okay, the replacements, the Sire Years. This was another reissue set that came out a couple of years ago that I got. And I don't think I've ever shown this one before. But it contains these 4 albums here. Pleased to Meet Me, Tim, Don't Tell a Soul, and All Shook Down. All reissued with original sleeves and labels. So there you go. Big fan of the replacements, and when I was looking for their albums on vinyl, you know, it happened to be a happy circumstance that this set was coming out at that time. So just like with Pulse, I waited for it to come out and then I just ordered it. And it was an instant replacements collection of their later, obviously their later years. I think there was also another set that did their early albums too. But I haven't got that one. I've got this one. So the replacements, the Sarah years, is a very, very enjoyable set, especially if you're a fan of the replacements, because they put out some really great music in the 80s. And the very first box set that I ever got is the Allman Brothers Dreams, and this is the CD version. I wish it was the vinyl version now, but when this came out in, I think, 1989, you know, I was heavily getting into the Allman Brothers back then, and CD was king. You know, CD was taking over. Everything was going to be all CD, and vinyl was, you know, the old technology, for lack of a better term. There's a ton of music on here, ranging from, you know, the early days of Greg and Dwayne and Hourglass, all the way through their heyday in the Allman Brothers, and there's even some solo Greg Allman and Dickie Betts on here too. So it covers a lot of ground. You know, this was kind of what got them to reunite in '89, because it was their 20th anniversary at the time, and they toured behind this, and then from there they were able to work together throughout the 90s, and they toured often, and I went to a lot of those tours. So it kind of all started here for their big reunion. And I suppose I could just pop the top off of here, because this also came with a booklet, which is very nice. And these are the CDs. I know, this is a rarity. I think there's only one other set that I have, the Led Zeppelin box set, that's the CD version too, but everything else is vinyl. So for a long time, this was the only box set I owned. And I still own it to this day, so, and it still plays great, sounds great. And it is great because it is the Allman Brothers. So their box set called Dreams, the very first one I ever bought. And it's a good one. And finally, I got, this was actually one of the first box sets I think ever produced or released, if I've read things correctly. And it's Bob Dylan's Biograph. And this is the vinyl version. I won this on eBay. Sorry. The cover and the box are not always going in the same direction. But the way this is laid out, of course, this also came with a very nice booklet. As you can see. And this came out in 1985, so that's pretty much as far as his music gets covered here. But the thing is, every sleeve, and they're plasticized sleeves, which is nice, but every sleeve lists, you know, the songs on them, on both sides, what's on each disc, and it tells you if it's been previously unreleased or if it's an alternate take, and it gives you a little bit of information about each song. And each side almost has a theme to it. Like, I mean, it's nothing spelled out, you know, clear cut, but you can kind of see where they were going with each side. So, you know, like one side will be like all of his protest songs. It's something that you really don't get with the CD version because everything is just kind of blended together in only a couple of discs. But with the vinyl version, you can really see the boundaries that they put out and made, you know, each album side almost a statement of its own. So for that regard, and then of course the music on here is great. So for like your Bob Dylan starter kit, this would be an excellent introduction to his music. And speaking of Dylan, I've got a couple more of his albums in the last month that haven't made it onto a video yet, but I've been wanting to get more Dylan on vinyl, so I've been pursuing that a little bit more. But this is my last box set for this entry, Biograph by Bob Dylan. So there you go, Rob. I hope this satisfies your contest requirements. You know, something a little different than everybody else because, like I said, I've got a lot of records, but I think a lot of them have been shown already, and so I didn't want to repeat myself. So I went in the box set direction. I hope you approve. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for me for today. I'm going to try to do a couple more entries as the week goes on. So stay tuned for that. And until then, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everyone has a good week. Peace. And I will see you soon.